Yes, wonderful Tuesday morning. Anywhere where you watch from, we welcome you to Property Matta. First off, make we say Happy Independence once again. Aku Òmìnira. Òmìnira yatu alara kò ní di òmìnira fún wa. Meaning say this independence, so now good thing it go be for us. So, and we wish Nigeria the very best. Yeah, so there can't be a country without people. There can't be people without building property houses. So. You see where our program self take connect with independence, so there has to be properties for you to say you have a country. Yes, Ogadebo, Akwajo Meta.
Chief Olododo.
How you doing?
Fine, no. Abi, happy independence, so. Happy independence, viewers. Like Chief Olododo said, we pray that we'd enjoy the country would mature to stability and also progress. Slimity?
Yes.
How are you this morning?
Very well.
Well done.
Independence.
Happy independence to everyone. It's been a while, you know, that we have taken some new topics, and today we'll be starting another one. But Chief, what's it about this your T-shirt?
The Babington family, you're that one. I like the question. See, our people is say when person sees something new or strange, you ask. First way he ask, you know they lost. Even sheep way they ask. You know they lost. Shepherd they know where it is. And to buy àgùntàn tó bá lólùṣọ́ kì í sọnù. Our people talk.
Because I see say you know where your
Babington.
You dey funky today.
The essence of it is because we see say there can't be a great nation without a great family. In fact, the smallest unit of a nation is a family. Baby bada. Ìlú ó dáa, bí ìlú bá dáa, orílẹ̀-èdè ó dáa. Meaning say if the family is good, nation go good, then the whole country at large go good. So that is why Wale Adenuga Production thought of actually doing something that would sensitize, educate, funkify, and comedialize
and
entertain the whole nation on waiting good family should be like.
So it's a series. It's a new series.
Wow,
interesting.
You know when it comes to us now, Mr. Debo, you know we don't joke.
Abi, no they joke.
Once you see this, you supposed
I think it should be starting.
Yeah, it's starting in the next 2 days. Yes, just 2 days away. So
okay, that's even the one you're wearing.
I wouldn't go otherwise.
Where's my own Babington?
Your Babington go come. Take one as you come, you don't mention you. Take your Oju ni tailor.
Oju ni tailor.
And when the GM see you,
once he sees someone, you don't know the measurement.
You don't see me before they brought it. They already know you.
See, your own size there for safe now. They don't get your size for Wale
Adenuga. Permanent. So, thank you very much for asking. It's about the new family series.
So please help us tell people, tell your fans,
your children to watch. I want to talk.
They are in school.
Oh, they're boarders.
They are in school right now. Yes, they are boarders. They are boarders. So
what are we looking at today?
Yeah, so today we'll be talking about understanding the concept of co-owning, co-investing properties.
Say me and Chief come together now.
Say now come together to own a property, to invest in a property.
Chief, you will cheat.
Is it? Okay, so that's what we'll be talking about today. What are the things to look out for? How do you go about it? What's the advantage? I mean, are there advantages in this or not? You see, the reason why people need to think about co-investing and co-owning is largely because, like we always say, real estate is usually a large ticket transaction whenever you're going to have it. It costs a lot of money usually. You hear, that's when you start hearing millions, or tens of millions, or hundreds of millions. It is when it comes to real estate. And it's not a lot of people. It's not everybody that can afford that much, you know. But it is essential that they have real estate investments. It's essential. It's essential. If you've watched our previous episode, if you've missed anyone, I encourage you to go on YouTube and search for our episode. I mean, you would realize the importance of real estate if in the strata of things. Yes.
I don't know if And the Adebo is there around when they bring our YouTube
No, I
award.
don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
YouTuber, the 1 million.
Oh,
viewers.
well,
I
okay, I
was
think
there.
it was
Yes,
around.
that was
Okay,
about.
it was.
they watch your
three-
program
two,
too
three.
for YouTube.
Abi,
Passed by because our social media they update them.
she
So your program too get
is part of the followers.
Yes, so
often one
success story.
thousands
Or
of
followers.
followers.
No problem. That's
Thank you
good.
very much.
So thank you, viewers. That's commending you that you are watching. We appreciate that. So back to our topic: co-investing, co-owning. Why is it important? What should you understand about it? Now, real estate is very important for you to have one in your portfolio. And for you to actually have a hang over your life, as in for you to be able to say you are in control of your life, you need to have real estate in your life. Property, suppose they your life. For your life to sing as they talk,
My life is done better.
you know, it needs to be there. And if it needs to be there, you don't have to wait till you have all the money. Okay? That's where co-investing or co-owning comes in. Before you have the tens of millions or hundreds of millions, okay, that it requires to own on your own, you can start from where you are, co-owning with other people, coming together with other like minds to own piece of real estate. Because what that helps you to do is to help accelerate your growth, the way by which or the time by which you would now own on your own. It can help you build up. Instead of you not starting at all, not benefiting, just, watching that opportunity go by, saying you are doing certain things, you are trying to work to catch up. No, you can start. And these days, there are ways and schemes all over town that you can start with as little as possible. It's not about, so what we've done, what has happened, what this kind of generation has done to real estate is to reduce the entry points. You know, before, we say it costs a lot of money. Abi?
Say real estate ticket is large.
It's a large ticket transaction. Anytime millions is what you talk about mostly when you want to invest in it. But these days, with all the systems and methodologies available, okay, with this co-investing initiative, it has dropped the entry point such that there are opportunities that if I have just about 100 and something thousand, or in some cases even less, I can become a part owner in a real estate transaction. The other day, there was this news that went around, I think it went a bit viral on the internet, about a cooperative in Kenya.
Okay.
It's even women cooperative. They are supposed to be poor, low-income women, okay? But you see, they came together, thousands of them. They came together, formed a cooperative, and I think they were contributing just almost like you can say 200 naira, 500 naira every day. Like a job, like a almost like they were, that's what they are doing, the system they are doing. But the structure is such that all that money that they were putting together every day, thousands of them, was going into real estate investment. And what happened, the news was about their property that they just finished and opened. I think it's about 8 floors or so of flats. I've forgotten how many flats are involved, but they now have flats in a very good location. All those women are now landlords together. So their intention was to be collecting rent from that flat and then be using the money partly to increase their real estate stock, that is to get more real estate, okay, and then to also attend to their other financial needs.
Sorry, but in that kind of situation now, is it just going to be a single document or they will get individual document? Because if, change is one thing that I know is constant in life, okay?
Yeah.
So I can choose to tell you that, okay, I want to relocate now. I know one day Nigeria again. Would I have permission to single-handedly sell, or based on the fact that we are coming together as a team? You have to.
Very fantastic question, Slimity. Very fantastic question. That is usually one challenge that a lot of people have when it comes to co-owning. They are thinking about how do I take a unilateral decision on my own and not have to draw the group back or affect the group? Or how would the group not slow me down in doing things that I need to do? A lot of these groups, you can sell that your own part. A lot of the ways. For example, if you are like that, if you use the cooperative approach like those women used, all you have to do is to indicate that you want to withdraw from the cooperative. There will already be ways by which they will have laid out that when you want to withdraw, this is what happens. Because the cooperative is open all the time, so they get new members. So it's free entry, free exit. Yes.
Okay.
The cooperative is the one that will own that property in terms of documents. It will be in the name of the cooperative. But you see, every member of the cooperative is the owner.
Okay,
Together. So you can join the cooperative, you can leave the cooperative.
Okay.
The modalities will be clear, so it doesn't affect you, and you can benefit. So if you're a member of the cooperative owns the property, they collect rent on it, you get your share of your ownership of the cooperative, or of your membership of the cooperative. If the cooperative sells that property, you get your share. Yes, you get your share of it.
Okay, but Engineer Debo,
Yeah.
we know that with co-owning and co-investing, it will definitely support the principle of economies of skills. That means they will be able to buy large.
No,
and
they
make
hurt
money.
this money though.
But but the disadvantage which goes with this economics of scale is that we know I don't want to say our people, we know how dynamic people could be. People could want to swindle, not only swindle, some people could want to play funny with people's capital. Are there government regulations to this kind of coming together? Is there maybe NB Kinikan, NH Kinikan?
So many associations.
Do they belong to
so
this
many,
and all of
God
that?
bless you.
That's
They are
another
registered.
interesting question. So what I tell people is, when you want to co-own with people, make sure that you have a good legal framework that is supporting or backing what you want to do. If the people are just coming together as friends, just a few of us come together. If we are just coming together that way, it's better we draw up an agreement. Do you understand? On how we want to operate this collaboration. Do you get what I'm saying? And sometimes we may even use the medium of a limited liability company, which has come out, that's the corporate law guiding that operation, So things will follow that direction. Boards will be meeting, management will have management, there are procedures, you drop processes and procedures, you follow things, okay? You have auditors, you have all of those things checked. Then you can also use the cooperative model, for example. Cooperatives all over the world, up to international level, are regulated.
By government?
They are regulated. They have regulatory bodies.
Okay.
In countries, okay, they have council regulatory bodies. They have state regulatory bodies. They have national regulatory bodies, depending on the type of cooperative you are. If you are a council-rated cooperative, you are regulated by the council.
Okay.
If you are a state-rated cooperative, there are state bodies that regulate you. If you are a national cooperative, there are national bodies that regulate. And if you are an international cooperative,
There are international
there are
bodies.
international bodies that regulate cooperatives.
Okay.
So that means they are regulated. They have bylaws that you must subscribe to as a cooperative and follow. Just yesterday, I was still reading in the papers. Yes, yesterday, I was reading in the papers about a cooperative, one cooperative, maybe executive or something, one time in somewhere in Osun State, that absconded with cooperative money, and he was being prosecuted.
I think that's the question. That's the essence of the question.
Exactly. He was being prosecuted. They arrested him. I think he even jumped bail one time. So, but they got him again. And he's in court. He will face prison sentence. They will recover their money maybe from whatever asset they can get from him. So, there are regulations. And even if it is all of these, so there are sometimes, a lot of these e-platforms that are coming up right now. They are also supposed to be regulated. Okay, a number of them have maybe microfinance bank license, meaning that they subject themselves to CBN regulations. Now I know Nigeria is trying to catch up as a nation. The SEC, Stock Exchange Commission, is trying to catch up as a nation in regulating e-platforms.
Okay.
So these crowdfunding platforms and all, they are also coming up with some regulation that would enhance that. But all over the world, most developed world, they have regulation already for these things, so that it makes it easy for people to be able to, invest in real estate.
And they go get calm mind. Say, okay,
Things are being, things are being, but you see, it does not absolve anyone, like I always say, from doing their due diligence.
Good. Make person doing proper finding.
Before you subscribe to any investment scheme, check it out. Make sure that it's something that aligns with what it is that you want to do, okay, and that follows, and you ask all your questions. You have your doubts cleared. Okay. It's very important that you do that. You can't
take away
delegate your responsibility.
Yes. So on top of that, I want to say thank you very much for this opening. We don't open them well. That is understanding the concept of co-investing and co-owning property. So make we sharply go on this break. Property Matter. We'll be right back. Go nowhere.
The best investment on earth is earth.
The issue of say make a person get house, make a person get land, make a person.
Property matter na serious business, so one of the best investments wey person fit get for life. Shey you be estate agent, surveyor, town planner, or you dey into furniture and you go like make the world sabi your level, come advertise with us on top Property Matter wey dey shele for WAP TV for every Tuesday from 8:15 to 9 a.m. For advert placement and sponsorship, make una call Stella Maris on top 07039145229, Rebecca 07069691950, Faith 08173147426.
Yes, you're welcome back. Property Matter now we still discuss what will be the benefit, that is the advantage where they surround making person come together, join resources together, pull up resources and definitely own property. As we look at the advantages we surround them, we also throw question give Engineer Debo on the disadvantages, knowing full well that people could be very funny.
Yes,
as me don't ask, say how far so far, even if person want pull out, say I no do again. What are the modalities that surround that? You don't let us realize that real estate is a large ticket transaction. So na big money. And the thing they involve, no be something where be say if you say yeah, I got 15 naira, 100 naira. So we really need to come together. They make us realize that you don't have to wait. Yes, with sir. That one where you get combined with people, then it make us realize even for Kenya, some cooperative women, they don't do gudu meje, nefa. So that is a good example to point out. You understand, it made us understand that we should do our due diligence. Where say for the fact, say some acts, yes, some parliamentary acts, they guide them, means they make do your findings very well. Oh yeah, which question they bother you for mind on top this question, on top this topic? Still me go open phone line now so that you go begin to ask your own questions, baby.
Yes, so guys, feel free. We don't ask, we own. I don't ask, Chief don't ask. But of course, this is the show not be about us, now about you in particular, just because you will get your interest for heart, all right? Until you get a house, until you get a land, you know go rest, okay? 08105434985, and of course 08173147589. Please help us reduce your TV volume, you understand? Okay,
let me start like this question sharply. This owning and co-investing property, you made it sounded more like it should be on commercial scales. Are there non-commercial things that goes with this? Because when we talk of cooperative, we know it's commercial. Is it possible for Miss Limited and say, I've got 5 plots just to build something for ourselves? You sounded more like it's only supposed to be
returns
for returns.
No, not necessarily so. Every co-owning or collaborative platform will have its aim and objectives from day one. So it is when it aligns with what it is that you are looking for that I'm saying you should explore that means. So there are co-owning initiatives that are largely tailored towards ownership. We are coming together to help ourselves, one person at a time, to own property. but we are pulling resources together. So we'll pull our resources together, have it for one.
Okay.
Yeah, then do the second person,
Like
third
that.
person like that. I mean, there are initiatives like that. If it is ownership that is your main thing, you go for something like that. In cooperatives, there are housing cooperatives, as in they are just focused on providing housing unit for the members. That's all. That's a single objective that
Once
they have.
they achieve that for all members,
That's what they achieve.
They
And that's
dissolve.
they don't even dissolve. They continue to run that house that they've provided as a cooperative. You understand?
What
For
do you mean
members.
run the house? I already
You
own
know
my
that
house. You
you
own yours.
so you own, we own, but because it's cooperative, there will be some common things that it is a cooperative that own. Playground, things like that.
Okay.
So for it to really evolve and
facilities
continue
too.
to be maintained,
Okay.
we
They
all
have to
should
still
still
be
be together
together.
maintaining it.
At what the association of landlords.
Exactly, it's like an association of landlords. It translates to that, and you start to maintain and enjoy that. So there are cooperatives that are focused in that direction. But what I'm saying is, even for you to get to that point requires some
Money,
Jegre.
everything.
You may not be at that point at all to
Yeah.
start up
Yeah.
with in life. What I'm saying is, you can start joining the ones that are investment focused. They are to build your capital. You use them to build your capital till you can join the one that is now ownership focused.
Then
You understand? So don't absorb yourself of the fact that I don't have enough
You
money
know
now to
money.
build my house or something, so I'm not going to do anything until that. No, your investment, just the same way people invest in shares, invest in this and that. I'm saying that you can invest in real estate, and you don't have to wait till you have all the money, the big money that usually is required to invest in to do it. You can go the way of collaborating, go the way of co-investing and co-owning.
okay, part of the essence of this program is we do things that are very pragmatic and real. We connect to people even at the lowest level of a reality. If some people where they watch us now, maybe they won't call you say, Engineer Debo, Sophia Debo, please, so I get as low as 1 million. Are there houses where you feel link me to so that this thing it go become reality? Because some people really have the money, but they don't have the information at their disposal.
Do you mean are there platforms you can refer me? Not
Then-
houses. 1 million.
Platform now, yeah, I want to be a
1
platform.
million cannot fetch you a
That
house.
understand.
That's
Be a
reality.
starting point
Eh,
of
eh,
the
eh,
platform.
there are-
Where you can now join and all. So if your aim is to see how you can grow that 1 million for now, okay, I would say yes, there are a number of them, a number of platforms that are available. Some of them use the cooperative model, some of them use the e-platform. They will just analyze some projects.
See, e-platform ò léwu. See, ò léwu.
Well, you have to do your
Wait,
due
what does
diligence.
the hair?
I mean,
You
you
just
have to
need
do
to find
you
out.
have to do your due
Jao.
diligence.
Make it no be emu,
You have to-
emu,
you have to
emu,
just
emu.
find out.
No. I'm not talking of now. You see, it's so easy to differentiate between what would work and genuine and what wouldn't if we remove our greed also.
The person no go do post this.
a lot of
Is
times.
that possible?
Eh,
That's the truth.
the
Because
greed,
if you are
Abi.
going to be realistic, yes. You know,
Handling the greed is not possible. Well, I know it can be difficult, but you see, when somebody says in the same economy that you are in, I mean, let's take the example of the one you called
Post case.
Ponzi scheme. When they were telling
Schemes,
people they will be giving them 30% return on their investment every month.
That's
And you
possible.
as a business person, you will tell yourself, how is that
How is it
possible?
But they've told you before, you can say Ponzi skits in it. One year skits in it.
And they actually
Let's
mentioned
keep-
it and also,
Let's keep-
said it
Ponzi
clearly
skits.
that the thing can go bad and all of that. People still jump
We
into
did
it.
it.
Then it's a skit.
So it's in fact, the guys that put that stuff together, they've studied human psychology.
because as it is, we have some gullible ones. Don't say,
No,
"Eh,
they've studied human psychology.
Yeah.
They know that, just like, I don't want to mention products. I mean, some products, they will come with health hazard advice at the end of the day, but
And they'll
people will
still
oh,
still,
see,
people are still patronizing.
Some people even say
So-
expiry date, but because it's on a cheaper rate,
You
at
know,
a cheaper rate, they will still buy
so
it.
it's human psychology they worked with. It's not enough for them to tell you that the thing can go bust. Once they tell you some other things, you will still jump into it, knowing that it can go bust.
Clear to you. Say,
They made it clear. They made it clear. So it's not sustainable in any way because there is no money, there is no business you will do that you'll be able to pay somebody 30% and you will still have some money. Why do people run away from taking bank loans? They say the interest is high. What's the interest? Most of the time is not more than or up to 30%.
Yeah.
But people go bankrupt for taking bank loan. Because after working and working, they just realize that it's bank they are working for. And they are not able to get any other whatever. And so at the end of the day, they even default. Before they know it, interest is climbing and they go bankrupt. You know, so what I say is people must be, when it appears to be too good to be true, most of the time it is not true. You should watch out. So there are those investments. Now, some, they say you have to invest a particular amount of money. They will say this is the amount for you to join us in this collaboration.
You got a flooring price.
You need to say 100,000, say 500,000, say 1 million. That's what you must invest. They even say everybody should do the same. Some, okay. Some, they will say you can invest a minimum. They will say there is a minimum. Anything maybe in multiples of that or in some multiples above that, you can. But this is the least. It's 10,000, no, it's 1,000, no. Some is daily. You know, they will say minimum like that. Those are possible means. Then in terms of timing, like I said, some is daily. Some they said, no. It's every month. Some is anytime.
Well, Mr.
You have this money
which one do you think is better? I want to speak for myself now. So imagine say they call me, like the one you are talking about, like you can easily like start off from somewhere, you contribute a certain amount up until when they will now say, okay, this now your building. So let's take Kingsley from Anambra. Kingsley.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
You get a question?
Yeah, I like the program. I'm enjoying it.
Thank you
very much.
Happy Independence.
Yeah.
Happy Independence. Please, my question is, there is this plot of land my daddy gave me and my junior brother. So, I don't know, how will me and my brother join partnership to be able to build a property on that plot of land?
Okay. You said your dad gave you and your brother.
Yes.
Okay.
A plot of land.
A plot of land.
Yes.
So is it two things? You want to build it together? Or you want to, because you can also divide the plot of land.
Yes, I was suggesting to divide the plot of land, but he said that we can build it together, then we will now divide the house.
It's also possible, depending on what type of house you want to build there. Flats or
yes, like
bungalow?
I was suggesting flat. So, but my problem now is the future. If there will not be any problem between his family and my own family.
Okay, I understand you.
They sounded like a married man.
Now, there is no problem with the future at all. If two of you think that you can combine resources to build, you will have agreed whether you are combining resources 50-50, I believe, right? It's off the hair. Okay, so listen to us. You can agree, Kingsley, if you are combining resources 50-50 or however you are combining the resources and what each person will take when you finish the building. You can have that written down. You see, when we document things a lot, it helps us. Even in your absence, people will see those documents and will know that, okay, this is what guided their decision. Not that they would think that, no, it was my brother or my husband that was bringing the most money. If you document things, it will make it a lot easier, okay? So what I would advise is that document everything you want to do.
So
get a lawyer. I would always tell you that when you do things like this, please work with professionals.
Work with professionals.
Work with professionals.
Yes, Chief.
Yes, with his brother, but you see, this is what people should realize. And I think that's Kingsley's fair. He already sees it. Future. He may not even be there. His brother may not even be there.
When these things,
when these things are to be decided, and it will become a problem in the family because somebody hears or somebody has a different version of the story. Another person is working with another different version. maybe he mentioned to his wife that, I mean, two people could hold something, and while they are alive,
Everything
Everything will be peaceful.
Everything rosy.
but if they are gone, different things because of what somebody mentioned to somebody, and maybe he just told the person for that moment a particular side of the story, because the person does not need to know
Changes everything.
the other aspect. Let's say we are building now. We might have agreed that we are contributing money 50-50. But let's it be that it came to a time that I don't have money, but you have a lot of money, and we want the project to go. And I say, no, don't worry, sponsor this. Something. Then you go home because it's tight for you also. You say, I'm the one putting all the money down now. I don't know. Somebody will not know that you are just putting all the money down for this
now.
moment. That I paid you
Yeah.
back later. That I paid you back later. That you didn't tell the person.
And when you pay me back, I won't tell my wife.
And the person keeps that information.
Because I want her to know I have
When things
money.
now happen, you say, my husband said it. That he was the one.
Voilà, day. And he said it low
Chief, let's say Mrs. Karim.
He said it. You are a script writer. Oh, super story will come for you. Mrs. Karim, good morning.
Good morning.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma o.
Good morning, ma.
Yes, good morning.
Happy
morning.
Independence.
Adúpẹ́, ẹ káàárọ̀. Good morning.
Turn your volume down, Mrs. Karim.
Yes. Okay, let me do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Which is the same.
So please go on with your question or contribution.
Yes. I'm just saying this on the screen now. So I have an issue bothering me. There's a plot of land. Yes, there's a plot of... I don't know how your company can help to acquire a land in Lagos.
Sorry, you said two things now. And I'm
You said
confused.
there's a plot
You said
of
there's a
land.
plot
Then
of
you now
land.
say you don't know how
That's
can
how
help to
Èwo lẹ
acquire.
fẹ́ ń bẹ̀ gangan.
Mrs. Karim. Okay.
Well,
maybe
my
you
number
just
will
call.
be on the
Yes,
screen,
yes,
okay? So
yes.
you can reach us and we
You
can
can
discuss
say,
further if you have any
MCR help us pop up
any-
this.
anything
Yeah.
to, I mean,
Yeah.
address. Then we can take that on.
So sorry,
just-
sir.
Okay.
Then I was asking you a question
Yeah.
before that call came. Sir, I won't ask, say, which one do you think is advisable? The one where they will tell me, say, okay, I pay bit by bit up until I get.
Okay, yeah, you
or
said that.
like a ready-made that they just tell us that, okay, you be paying a particular amount. Okay, they will give you the house. Then you can come pay a particular amount, like maybe organizations and
Slimmy,
stuff.
you still have your mind fixed on the house, so.
Yeah, like I think it's only like I want to buy in my life.
No, and what I'm saying is that this co-owning stuff is not just about the house. There are the models that they have house as their end goal. There are those that they are just to grow your investments. Whatever you now
Do
make
with
of
it.
it
It's
is
not their
your
business.
own.
Okay.
You understand? Because, and there are those that actually have both combined. They are investing, you are growing your investment, and then when you get to that opportunity, you can take advantage of the houses they have on offer,
Okay.
even within that structure. So I would say for somebody like if you can see that one that combines the two,
Okay,
you
it's
can go for
better.
it and can allow for your type of funding. So maybe, for example, I know a particular cooperative, for example, that you join with maybe less than about 150 or so, 150,000. And even that 150, they can allow you spread it over a year. Yeah, to join. That is, you can make up that in over a year. So maybe paying some amount every month, And then every year there's an amount because it's a cooperative, so you do your savings and all of that. And you can still borrow money against your savings from that cooperative.
So
Now, part of the money you paid is invested in real estate, and you enjoy dividend from it. And that same cooperative, sometimes some of the real estate they invest in, they offer it to members there in a way that members can take it and start paying small. Do you understand? So you can take a flat and start paying small. Do you understand? So that, for example, is something that combines both investment and ownership together. That there are very few that I know that does that. I mean, in the country, and a number of them are even very new. So you have to grow up to that. So I would say that you can explore that option. Now back to Kingsley. Kingsley, please get a lawyer. Okay, let him help you draft out everything that you plan to do with your brother. Okay, your contributions and all, how you share the house and all, have something like an agreement and sign it. Then execute that way. When the property is finished, you can actually divide it if you want to. Your surveyor can help you. They will do a survey. They will partition the land and do a survey on your units that you've shared to yourself, and you do your title on that unit, and you perfect your title. Each of you will perfect your title, and I mean, everything will be.
We have Mohammed from Lagos.
Will be well. Okay, so that can be done.
Mohammed, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, to your question or contributions, please.
Okay. Hey, good morning. How are you doing, my brothers?
Good morning,
I'm
Mohammed.
good. I'm good.
Happy Independence.
Okay. I think enough is enough, my brother. It's time for me now to get my own house. Yeah, good morning. My own property, which is very, very interesting for me, please. I can say that. Are you with me?
We are
We're there
with
with
you, my
you.
brother.
Okay. About 3 days ago, my landlord is telling me that the money they have been owing in the house in the flight I rent, the money NEPA they have been owing NEPA in the room apartment I take. Now the landlord is telling me now that I have to be the one to pay for the the past money. Talking about previous money, and this money is worth of 100,000 naira.
A land in Ijedudu.
So I think it's the time for me now to have my own property. So I'm so much enjoying what people are doing there right now. And it's possible for me. Yeah. So.
Hello, Mohammed. I hope we've not lost him.
I feel your pain, my brother.
Said
It's
enough is
enough,
when the
chief.
trigger and they say the NEPA bill wey person hold
NEPA
before
bill, chief.
over 100.
Serious.
Oh, you had
And
to money
that's a
hearing
big- that's a
gbese.
Yes, I did.
You were hearing
Yes,
gbese.
almost 300, and I didn't know. And the sad part is, Mr. Debo, they will not
You
tell
didn't
you.
know?
I
They
didn't
won't tell you.
know.
As in before you.
Before I
entered the house.
entered, yes, I
Okay.
didn't know. So when we entered, we were forced to pay because the first thing they did was to disconnect my light.
Beg,
I know
that's
how
what I'm
sad
saying.
it is when you come home in the night, they see like for every other places, you don't
no
get.
get.
You don't already pay the rent. So
Really?
most times, even say when you say you won't give them, I want to pack out. They will not give you all the agency fee, everything that you pay.
They will
will
now
they give
made
you.
it easy for you by saying you should be paying it small.
This one, no.
While others are paying
They will not,
5,000
that one, we will not
monthly.
tell you pay it small, chief. You will not
So
pay
you
it
went
small.
to
You have
PHCN
to-
and they couldn't resolve
They
it.
couldn't resolve what? And the
Oh,
landlord
yeah,
is
it
not
is
ready to
easy.
do anything. So I can feel what he's saying.
I totally understand. I totally understand. So there are due diligence to be done when you are renting the property.
Really?
Sometimes there is no amount of what you do. If they are ready to cover up things for you, it will be hard for you to actually know.
They call it hidden charges. like, when you want to rent out, they call it hidden charges. You would have place after payment. There's you have to pay. Hidden time is called hidden charges.
No, but people can know. It's just that there are so few houses. We have fewer houses and a lot of people that are ready to rent. So there's always a rush. And because of that, they are taking advantage of that. So whilst you are doing due diligence, somebody else will take the property. And you'll be in the market looking for property. So that's why a lot of people are always in a hurry to just finalize.
Some people will just come and say, don't worry, I will pay everything.
And that's why we have a lot of frauds as per agency. I still read in the papers yesterday also. Some guys, about 5 of them or 6 of them, is a syndicate.
I saw it in the papers too. The man is actually an old man.
There is an old man there.
They sold the house. Is it the one they sold?
Rented. They wanted to rent the house for 4.5.
This was in Lekki.
Yes, 4.5 million. And they were to swindle the guy, if not that the guy just got wind of some things and maybe just suspected and then did his own research, was able to get the actual landlord and carried him along.
Landlord?
Yes, now. Once they fake key, they don't bring fake key.
You know, so you need to do your due diligence. Mohammed, I can feel your pain, oh. I can feel your pain. He said enough is enough. I feel that thing can be frustrating. But what I would suggest to you, you see, you cannot become a landlord, unfortunately, by say you vex. Say vex catch me. But you can also become, but you can also be stimulated towards it by this situation, okay? Because you are already disgruntled with what has happened. And I understand you deserve to be unhappy with what has happened, okay? So take that energy and channel it positively into now, how do you go about it? One thing I will advise you, go through some of our past videos. It's very important for you. Look at the topics, you will see the one that best suits you, how to own your own house, what to do and all of that. Go check that and explore. You see, I tell people, it's not enough to just be listening to things like this. If you don't take action, hey,
you need to explore.
1 year This time, you will still be on the same spot. We will still be saying the same things to you, and you know, and they will be making sense.
I seen the first now. If you mind, it calm down.
Yeah,
You
as
no
in
go
you're
think of
not-
the house
Anything
again.
again. So take action.
You should just
Like
take
some of
action.
this co-owning and all of that we've talked about now. Assess your financial situation. Do you have money, so to say, enough to start acquisition of, let's say, land first now? Where, how much, and all of that.
Where do
Do
you
all
want
those
it?
research. You know, ask questions. My number is there. If you have any question, ask. We can guide you. So maybe you can even start already by acquiring a land.
Land.
You
Even
know,
half plot.
then you finish the land, you start with your building, and at least you will have taken some steps. And if you don't have that kind of money yet, you can start with this cooperative approach. You look out for a cooperative, or you have
Yeah.
enough money to pursue the process of land and also to start a mini cooperative. Start all of those things because they come in handy. I know a man that, not a man, I mean, I know enough, a lot of people, but there is one that comes to my mind now, a medical doctor. You know, he came across us towards the later part of his career. And how he would own his house was a major problem. I mean, it was a major concern for him. But by God's grace, he joined a cooperative that we were part of. And before he retired, he built his house somewhere in Ofada there. You know, the man retired. He was a doctor in one of these military hospitals around the island. You know, Creek Hospital, some people will know. So that you know that I'm talking about a real person. You know, he's living in his house now, and he usually, in fact, he can never stop thanking the cooperative, stop thanking us enough,
making
because
it
he
a
said if he
reality.
didn't come across that opportunity,
That's how he would
that
retire
he would
without
not-
nothing.
I mean, he always would say, I mean, can you imagine how much he borrowed from the cooperative to be able to
Ofada
be
B.
able to build his house?
Ofada, yeah.
And that if he did not belong to such a thing,
He
how
won't
would
be able to do
to
it.
qualify for that? You know?
Ofada nle
Yes.
nle mo we
I
bafu.
mean, there's an estate in our father that is Unilag Estate.
Yes.
It's for Unilag.
Does
That's where he
not know.
bought his
He
land.
does not know. He does not know.
That's where he
come
bought
and
his
be
land, and
shouting
that's where
yes.
he built his house. You
Eh,
know?
but
The man has retired now.
Very
He still
close
does
to-
PP.
Very close to where?
He still,
Ẹ má dá
he
ẹja
still
máa
does
méjì.
PP and he's doing fine, you know. So take steps.
Take
Very
steps,
important.
yeah.
Take steps.
Right
Explore this
time.
co-owning option. Don't say, I don't want to. We've addressed. If you have any other question,
Give him a call,
Give
or
him
if
a
you just
call
know
on-
WhatsApp.
no, WhatsApp message.
WhatsApp,
I'm better
WhatsApp.
off. Send me a WhatsApp chat and we'll be able to take it on from there.
Okay,
Yeah.
on that premise, we say thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
With us. Stay
much
tuned. It's
to
been
the
a
call.
wonderful episode.
Yes,
Thank you very
sir.
much, Engineer Debo. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Always a
much.
nice opener
Cleamy,
for
all
us.
of us, from all of us, who say
Happy Independence
Happy
Day,
Independence,
and see you
Nigeria.
next week.
Yes, he's going to see you guys next week. Thank you guys for watching.